point guard from Texas, exciting player, extremely quick, a pretty good scorer actually, and that's the show that MJ's running out there in Charlotte. So he obviously saw something in this kid he liked. Indiana took Jared Bayless, number 11th, and then traded him to Portland. Jared Bayless, a lot of people were thinking he was going to go a little higher in this draft. And some people were thinking top 5, maybe 6, 7 right in there. He dropped down to number 11 and then was traded off. Roy Hibbert, remember him, the center from Georgetown, goes 17th to Toronto and then was traded to Indiana. So Roy Hibbert will be playing as a Pacer. How do you like that, Elwood? I kind of like Hibbert a little bit. I don't think he's anything dynamic. He's not going to be I don't think he'll be an all-star in the league. He's a decent 7. He's a tall guy. He's, good defense, but he faded a lot of times. You would watch a Georgetown game, and you have a 7'2" guy on the floor. And, you see the end of the game, and the stat line would either read something awesome like 22 points and 13 boards and 5 blocks, or it would be 6 points, 3 boards. I mean, you never know. He would disappear. He would disappear for a game. So, we'll see what Roy Hibbert comes through in the NBA. Smidog says he thinks the Raptors could be a dark horse next year now that they have O'Neal. Did you hear about that? The Raptors have Jermaine O'Neal to play alongside Chris Bosh. Yeah, they traded. What did they trade? Like the 17th pick overall in this year's draft, and like a couple other guys. I don't even remember. Smidog, help me out. Who did they get rid of? T.J. Ford, point guard T.J. Ford, who I like actually. I think he's had a couple injuries that have kind of held him back a little bit, but he showed a lot of potential. And then another guy, some forward center. All for Jermaine O'Neal. So look out, Chris Bosh, Jermaine O'Neal down low in Toronto. That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Assuming Jermaine can stay healthy, he has been kind of dinged up the last few years. Hasn't played full seasons. Not even close, like half seasons. So if he can stay healthy, Toronto could be really good. Could be really, really good. But that's kind of our, that's kind of our reaction to the draft. I thought it was all right.
A lot of shuffling going on.
Yeah, a lot of shuffling going on. If I'm Seattle, instead of Russell Westbrook at the number 4, I'd probably take Eric Gordon. If I'm Minnesota, I maybe keep O.J. Mayo instead of Kevin Love. I like O.J. Mayo better than Kevin Love, but they did get somebody else. Like Minnesota got Kevin Love plus somebody else that Kevin McHale kind of wanted. I guess word is Kevin McHale wanted Kevin Love all along, but didn't want to pick him with the number 3 pick. He knew if he picked Mayo at the number 3 pick, he would be able to get Kevin Love along with somebody else, and that's what he did. So, yeah, so that's what. You know what he got? They got Mike Miller also, sharpshooter Mike Miller. Well, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all, honestly. Never mind. I take it back. Minnesota made a great move. I love O.J. Mayo. He's a terrific player, and I think he'll be a star in the NBA. But if you can flip O.J. Mayo, get Kevin Love, who I think will be really good too, as well as Mike Miller, who is just a sharpshooter from outside. Every team needs somebody like that. That's not a bad move at all.
No.
Man, so good for Minnesota. Maybe they will become relevant again, in the wake of KG.
They had good some smarts.
Yeah, here it is. Ford Nesterovic in the first round pick. Smidog puts in. That's what Toronto got or gave up. Okay. Thank you, Matt the Smidog. Good friend. Oh, what's next on the list? I got NFL. Oh, before we do NFL, I want to show you guys this. All right, once a week we do a show, and I like to show a video.
I never know what they're going to be either.
No, nobody does except for me. And this is pretty neat. Like, I read about this in Rick Riley's latest article in ESPN the Mag. It goes on the inside. We call it the Mag. right?
Tech talk.
But now you've heard of people, you've heard in baseball, the players will get beamed and it'll be an intentional. A pitcher will straight plug a dude to get back at him, to get back at another team. It's what happens. It happens. It's part of baseball. So, beanballs, okay, that's one thing. Have you ever heard of anyone beaning the ump?
No.
No?
But that would be pretty awesome.
Okay. Well, it's happened. And this comes to us from Stevens County, Georgia. Let me get this set up here. And apparently the backstory on this is apparently this umpire all day long was getting lip from the guys on this team about balls and strikes. They weren't happy with his calls, things like that. And this is what happens. Now, I'll play the video right here, and I wish I would have brought in the article so I knew a little more of the background to tell you guys. But just know, here is Stevens County, Georgia. This is a high school, like a championship game. All right? Like a state championship game in high school. And, B-Rai, here, get you over here so you can see this a little better. All right. Now, you're going to see it inside that gray square, but you can still see what happens. I'll play it, and we'll watch it. It shows it, and then here, just watch.
3 inches benefit of the doubt as long as it hits the glove.
Whoop.
That one in.
Hold on, slow-mo. Now watch this ump. Or watch this catcher, I mean. Like he's going to catch it, and then he just... Watch this. Drops!
Bam.
Right in the face.
They can get that 2 or 3 inches benefit of the doubt.
Real time again. Pow! Oh, are you serious?
Hit the home plate umpire. Hit the home plate umpire.
Now listen.
Right in the mask.
Watching it in real time.
Almost like the catcher just ducked.
Yeah, almost like that.
Let's see if we can we get another look at.
Almost like the catcher just ducked.